Since cyberbullying is becoming such a widespread problem, there are ways to help in handling and preventing any occurrence of this form of harassment. Let's first talk about what the victim can do. The first thing they can do is to have a no retaliation view. Victims should not retaliate against their harasser. This could cause the situation to escalate, or can cause it to be unclear exactly who the harasser may be if there is an investigation. They can also ignore or politely ask the cyberbully to stop. Let the cyberbully know that this is harassment and that they don't appreciate them commenting to them or sending them emails in this harassing manner. They could also tell adults or just a peer about the cyberbullying. Peers or adults can help in coping with the situation. They can also help in reporting any cyberbullying or harassment. Victims should always make a copy of harassing material, especially if there is an investigation, so that they can show a hard copy of what exactly has been going on, whether it's a harassing email or harassing comment on Facebook. And then they should always block communication with the harasser. Block their emails, block them from Facebook, block them from any social site, and also block any friends that might be helping in the harassment to alleviate any negative people within their lives. Now, cyberbullying can affect anyone, but it has actually been shown to be more common in young adults and teens, so schools are a great place for prevention and coping skills for cyberbullying. So what can schools do? First, school can incorporate cyberbullying into all policies. They should always let all staff and teachers know how to intervene if there is a situation of cyberbullying. They should create protocols for reporting cyberbullying. Who should they report to? How they should report. They should work with staff on developing a clear definition of what cyberbullying is so they can identify it within their classrooms. And then, of course, if it's something that becomes more violent, how they can collaborate with law enforcement to alleviate the situation. Schools should also always investigate all reports of cyberbullying. They should encourage every student to report harassment. They should always assure that there is a full confidentiality when reporting cyberbullying and that none of their information will be shared with anybody else. They should conduct threat assessments for all reports, especially if the situation has any concern for potential violence or suicide. And then if it is something that becomes more violent and there's any threats of violence against people or property or sexual exploitation or harassing phone calls or texts, they should always contact law enforcement to help in this situation. Another school can definitely educate students about cyberbullying, which is the best thing they can do. This includes how cyberbullying happens, where it happens. It's not something that could just happen at school, but it's also something that can happen at home also. And then they should implement programs of prevention to teach these students about cyberbullying. Some are iSafe Internet Safety Program, which is a prevention curriculum for grades K through 12. There's Sticks and Stones Cyberbullying, which includes a film of a victim of cyberbullying and then gives the teacher a guide how to facilitate a group discussion. And then the last thing that they can do, most importantly, is support the victim. They should offer training in increasing assertive skills. They should help in increase their social skills and reduce any social isolation. Students can become quite isolated if they've been harassed. So schools can help in developing a more positive self-concept for these students. Those schools might provide some great strategies for dealing with this problem. Home is really the best place for a victim. Parents are the best thing. The best thing a parent can do is to identify any signs the child might be a victim of cyberbullying. These signs could include using the computer late at night, misbehaving at school, grades declining, showing evidence of covering up their online tracks, or even appears upset after using the internet or anything that might pertain to school. If they do suspect their child is a victim of cyberbullying, they should support their child by staying calm and keeping an open communication with the child. Do not blame them for what's going on. It actually has been shown that young people tend to tell trusted peers their age about this situation, over adults because they are fear of getting in trouble from parents. Parents might restrict them from the computer, or they feel that it's something that they need to learn to deal with themselves. So always have that open communication with them. They can also help them keep records of the harassment, saving on their own computer the harassing emails, harassing comments from a social site. And also they can try to communicate with the perpetrator or the parent of the perpetrator. Most parents don't realize that their child is bullying somebody on the internet. So talking to the parent of the harasser could help alleviate the situation too. So that's a great strategy for parents to use. So cyberbullying is an extreme situation. It can become something very violent and even lead to suicide. But these are just a few strategies how to handle and how to prevent this new, widespread problem.